to our podcast, Noise to Music, where we take the noise in our life and turn it into beautiful, beautiful music. Today's topic, we're going to be dealing with reliability. Part one is going to be discussing how reliable am I, and part two, which we'll get to next week, will be discussing finding reliability in our spouse. All right, so we say in Pirkei Avot, in Ethics of Our Fathers, that Shammai says, "Aseh Toratcha keva, emor me'at ve'aseh harbeh, ve'mekabel et kol ha'adam b'sever panim yafot." That's Ethics of Our Fathers, chapter 1, Mishnah 5. So let's translate it. Basically, what he's saying is you should make your Torah study, your study should be fixed, it should be permanent. You should say a little and do a lot, and receive every person with a cheerful smile. So we need to kind of connect between the two. Meaning, first of all, we need to understand the significance of why is it important to say a little and do a lot. Maybe I should be the opposite. Maybe I should say a lot and do a lot. Push me type of thing. And also, what's the connection between making my studies fixed and permanent and saying a little and doing a lot? Okay, so first of all, we need to understand why is it so important to make your Torah fixed. Making Torah fixed means making your study fixed, making your schedule fixed. There's a story that each one of us tells ourselves about ourselves. And you look at your life and you translate it as you see fit. And that's the story that you tell yourself about yourself. I'm successful, I'm driven, I'm accomplished. Now, stability, when you see yourself as having stability, having a stable life, having a schedule in a way, that within itself allows you to tell yourself a certain story about yourself. What is that story? That story is, I'm accomplished. Now, that's number one. So that's a significance of making your Torah study fixed, meaning having a certain sense of schedule. And that could be something so simple as just praying every day in the same place, or waking up at the same time, or going to sleep at the same time, or whatever it might be, gives you a sense of accomplishment and stability. There's a certain story you need to be able to tell yourself. But as per Shammai, right, the Shammai, when he said, say a little and do a lot, why is it so important to say a little and do a lot? So saying a lot and doing a little, meaning the other side of the coin, saying a lot and promising a lot, trains the person that you don't have to be accomplished in life. You can kind of get away with saying a lot. Yeah, I'll promise you the world for sure. I'll be there. I'll do it. I'll pick it up. I'll drop it off. I'll help you. And then you kind of flounder. So that tells you a story about yourself and about life that you don't have to accomplish. You can just kind of talk is cheap type of thing. So that's why saying a little and doing a lot is the opposite. You look at your life and you say, you know what? I'm just going to commit to A and B. And when you do A and B and you end up doing A, B, C, and D, you look at life and say, you know what? There's a lot to do in life. Life is valuable. Life is driven. Life needs to be accomplished. So that's the significance of saying a little and doing a lot. It trains you to look at life in a certain way. Number one. Number two, when we say a lot and do a little, it lowers a person's self-esteem and belief in themselves. Because you look at yourself and you say, I promised so many things to so many people and I didn't live up to it. Who am I? What am I? Look at me. I can't stick to my word. My life is just kind of like in shambles and all over the place. So it lowers the person's self-esteem because remember, we have to be sensitive to the story that we tell ourselves about ourselves. And when we say a lot and do a little, we feel unaccomplished. But when we say a little, I only promised A and B, but I did A, B, C, and D, that creates a sense of reliability, self-esteem within myself. I'm accomplished. Now, that allows us to build our character from within. So what Shammai is saying, when Shammai was teaching us about saying a little and doing a lot, is how to build reliability within ourselves. Don't promise people the world, because if you don't live up to it, you're going to eat yourself up. Promise people very little, but do as much as you can. Promise yourself even sometimes very little, but do a lot. Meaning, the way to build our character from within ourselves is about even promising myself a little, but when it's game time, pushing yourself to the utmost. That is a way to build our self-esteem from within ourselves, because we have a story that we tell ourselves. Now, what does a reliable person look like? So first off, I'm just going to give a few examples of what is the vision of a reliable person. Managing commitments. Being reliable doesn't mean saying yes to everyone. On the contrary, reliable people use discretion when they make promises to others. A true reliable person does not say yes to everyone. They're very careful about who they say yes to, right? Most people tend to slip on their commitments. Why is that? Because they overestimate their availability, their free time. They want to please everyone. They're people pleasers. They're yes people. So what do? They promise everyone, but they can't live up to it because it's actually not possible, right? So you have to ask yourself, if before you commit to something, is this something I could do? Is it high priority for me, or is it low priority? If it's high priority, I got to put it on the top of my list. All right. And especially if you're feeling a certain sense of pressure to do something, always get away with, hey, give me a day to think about it. It's kind of knowing when to say no. You can even say yes, but it has to be with limits. A reliable person knows when to say no, knows when to say yes. And you kind of look long term, because if I say yes and I can't live up to it, I might as well say no from now. That's number one. So managing commitments. That's what a reliable person looks like. 2, avoiding non-committal answers, right? Don't end off, a statement with maybe. Be clear and direct. It's kind of redefining the term of politeness by taking the long-term view, like we just said. Maybe, or I'll try, or possible, it's an option, are all non-committal answers. What does that do? That makes you an unreliable person, because really you're trying to say no, but you can't say it now. Saying no now, like we said, is much better than not accomplishing and having to say no later. All right, so it's avoiding non-committal answers. Number 3, proactively communicate. Avoid surprises. If you make a promise and you can't meet up to it because there's some type of unforeseen circumstance, let the person know as soon as possible. Kind of bite the bullet. Don't wait till the last minute only to have the person kind of, discover that you couldn't make it work. All right? When people wonder if you're going to get it done, they don't know what's going on, that is not proactively communicate. You got to bite the bullet. Part of being a commitment-oriented person that people can rely on is communication. Communicate that you're not going to be able to do it. Communicate that you tried but couldn't make it work. Now they have to deal with it. Last point of reliable people is respect others' times. Your time and others' time. Be the type of person that people have to show up to for a meeting and for a date and so on and so forth, and be the type of person that will show up. Always respect other people's time. When you show up late to something, right, or you just kind of ditch it, what you're saying without words is, my time is more valuable than your time. So I told you 9 o'clock, but really it's 9:30, because that my half an hour is more valuable than yours. And that's not true. That's a big sense, of disrespect, and also an unreliable person. Okay? So in this class, we spoke about reliability. Reliability is the story we tell ourselves. When I tell myself I'm a reliable person, that builds my self-esteem. That is the whole idea of emor me'at v'aseh harbeh. Say a little, but do a lot, because you feel accomplished. You feel like the world is out there and there's a lot to do. And then we gave some examples of what does a reliable person look like. Managing commitments, avoid non-committal answers, proactively communicate, and respect your time. Next class, we'll be taking this to the next step of intertwining it into relationships.